Hey, what's going on YouTube? So today I wanted to start my next video series. I just got done with the how to sell sports cards and memorabilia video series. Got that done a few days ago. Now I wanted to start on my how to sell on eBay video series. So a few of the cards from last or video, or a few of the videos from my last video series were about just eBay in particular, but this one is going to be all about eBay. It's not going to be about selling cards on eBay. It's not going to be about selling memorabilia on eBay. It's just going to be selling on eBay in general. I've been selling on eBay for about 5 or 6 years now. I've sold anything from sports cards to electronics to collectibles, clothes, really anything you can think of. And I've had good experiences, bad experiences, so I've seen a little bit of everything. But yeah, so today I wanted to start out with just a simple video of how to sell on eBay. This is just the basics of how to get a listing, how to start your account, things like that. So when you start your account, you obviously have to put in all your basic information, name, phone number, email address, all that stuff, address. You also have to have a PayPal account linked to it, so you can go ahead and start your seller account. eBay normally starts you off with limits of about, I'd say 10 items, 10 items per month, maybe 100, 500, or $1,000. It really depends on the account. I've seen people have no limits when they start. That's how they used to do it, but of recent they've been adding more and more limits, so you can prove yourself before they give you the ability to list unlimited items. So I wanted to start with a pretty simple item just for an example of listing. So for say Space Jam DVD, um, you can list two styles on eBay, and that's auction and buy it now. Most common one's auction. Buy it now is more for if you're trying, or if you already know what price you want to get your item for. Normally you can sell it for a little bit higher on buy it now, but normally it's going to take a longer time to sell. Depends on how in demand the item is and how many are listed on eBay. So an item like a Space Jam DVD probably going to have a lot of listings on eBay. Probably going to have a wide variety of listings from the DVD to the VHS. I don't know how many VHSs are left listed, but you could probably find a couple. Blu-ray, 3D. I know Space Jam's come out in 3D, and they might even have a digital copy. So obviously, there's going to be people looking for every type, and you just got to figure out a way for your listing to stick out a little bit. Whether that's making it the lowest price, the fastest shipping, that's up to you. So when you start with the listing, first thing you got to worry about obviously is the title. Something like this is pretty simple. You would just say Space Jam DVD, and then normally you would put like the release date in the title. So I believe this is 1994. Yeah. So you put that in the title. DVDs are pretty simple. Add a picture of it. Normally for something like DVDs, you can put in a stock picture. Next thing you do is the condition, all the item specifics, things like, again, when it came out, the condition of the DVD, the maker. There's a few other things you can put in it too. And the description is just the basic, basically what you would describe if you had unlimited characters for the title. So for a description, I normally start out with just the basic item of what you're bidding on. You basically say, you are bidding on this, or this is the item that you're buying, and then you just basically relist what you put in the title. Put a more detailed description of what the condition of the product's in. If there's any specifics that you want the buyer to know about the item, basically you want the buyer to know the item as well as you do. You want to describe it as well as you can, so when the item gets to the buyer, there's no surprises. The buyer knows exactly what they're getting before they get the product. That makes sure that your buyer's satisfied, you're satisfied in the end, so you don't cause any problems with the buyer. And it just goes a long way to your long-term success on eBay. Gets your buyers coming back, leaves them happy, leaves everyone happy. So next thing you do after that is the price. Now normally with an auction, a very common starting price is 99 cents, might be the most common starting price, really for any item. Unless you have a specific price in mind, especially for an item like this where the DVDs are probably selling for maybe $3 max, then you definitely would want to start at 99 cents if you're looking to sell the item pretty quickly. Then you go to the time, how long you'd be looking to list the item for, and the most common ones are 5 and 7 days. You can do anything from, I think you can do 1, 3, 5, 7, and 10. I believe 1 and 3 cost money now, which is a little bit weird. They never really had that before. And I think 5, 7, and 10 are free. They're probably just looking to get items up there for longer. So after that, you go ahead and determine your shipping price, the way you want to ship it, and how long it's going to take to get there. So obviously how long it takes to get there is just the handling time. You can do anything from same day to like 8 days. I don't know why you would need 8 days to ship it, but if you're a bigger, I guess if you're a bigger company, got a lot of things to ship, some things can take a long time. So you're just a small seller, you're just starting off. I'd probably say you want to do no more than 2 days for the handling time. If you're on vacation or something, you can't get to shipping an item, then I don't know if you should be listing at that time. But if that happens, then just let the buyer know. There's gonna be a little bit of delay on the handling time, but yeah. Anyway, you can also eBay actually has a feature now where you can put in the weight of the item, what shipping service you want to use, and then they will determine the exact shipping cost. Also with shipping, eBay allows you to print an eBay shipping label. It allows you to take money out of your PayPal and print the shipping label off your computer, and normally gives you a pretty decent discount on the shipping, so that's a pretty cool feature you can use. I personally don't use it. I think I use stamps.com. I use the shipping labels a little bit if it's like significantly cheaper than stamps.com. It also, the thing with the shipping labels is normally when you start off on eBay, you have payment holds. Now, payment holds are where eBay has a selected amount of time, might be anywhere from 20 days to, or actually 8 days to 20 days, sometimes even a month. When the buyer pays for the item, you send it. If you put in tracking, the buyer leaves positive feedback, all those things, it shows it's delivered on the tracking, then the time of the payment holds can go down. But it's basically so you don't just take a buyer's money and run off. It's something that it takes a little while to get rid of, can take anywhere from 90 days to a year, depending on how well you do, just with your DSR, your detailed seller ratings, the DSRs, your feedback, if you have any problems, things like that. So after you choose your handling time, shipping price, how you want to ship it, there's just a few other things you have to do. You just have to put in your PayPal address so that eBay knows where to send the money to. And then you got to put in your returns policy. Now, if you want to accept returns from buyers, if you are willing to accept the item back if they're not satisfied, you can do that. You can do something like make the buyer return it, or you can let the buyer return it, but you can let the buyer pay for return shipping if he really is unsatisfied with the product. That means that when he ships the item back to you, then he has to pay for the return shipping. And if you feel like that's unnecessary, you feel like you want to do whatever you want, or you feel like you should do whatever to make sure the buyer's satisfied, then I would go as far as doing return shipping, or letting returns be accepted where you pay for the shipping. That's pretty much as far as you can go to make sure the buyer's satisfied, but you can also put no returns. And after that, you pretty much just have to click continue and list it, and your listing's up. Now, like I said, you can do auction or buy it now. Those are really the two variants of listings. And listing can take a little while at first, but after a while you get the hang of it. Listing shouldn't take more than a minute per listing. Something pretty simple, pretty easy, and pretty straight to the point. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're just starting out on eBay, then I hope this video helped you out. I'll put the link to my eBay and then the link to my Twitter, Instagram, all that in the description below. If you have any questions for me about eBay, anything like that, just hit me up on Twitter, send me a message on Instagram, anything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it.